to
First, ladies, we applaud you for holding down the family in the midst of our absence, whether that absence was physical or mental. Yet, in order for our request to be granted or duality to be restored, we need you to allow us to step back into our role of governing the household. You've always been strong in the backbone of the family. If we are considered the head, do you not understand that the head cannot move without the backbone? The entire body would not be able to function without it. This is nothing new. You've always been and always will be strong. What we, as men, take issue with is the manner in which you display this strength nowadays. It is not what you say or what you do that we dislike. It is how you say it and how you do it that we find to be disrespectful. There are times that in the manner in which you speak to us and treat us is completely disrespectful. Case in point, if you know that you have a higher education than your man and you use this as a method to belittle him in any way, you are wrong and it's disrespectful. Same goes for money. Using the fact that you have more or make more money than your man as a means to belittle him is disrespectful. You'll hear us say often, it's not what you say, but how you say it. Then the moment that the man leaves, we are hit with, he couldn't handle a strong black woman. No, no, no. He left because you didn't know how to respect a man. There is a difference. The same way that love is a choice, respect this as well. You choose who you will respect. Men can demand respect, but we will not get respect until women choose to give it to us. This is what we are asking. Choose us. Respect our role in the balancing of the duality of our relationship. Although there are many thoughts and views on the topic, you've been doing this on your own for far too long. So long that our importance has been minimized. Let this be the stepping stone for showing us that you love us through respect. Choose us. Love your melanated man. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Court is now in session. The king is in the building. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. For those of us that are in Colorado, man, what a crazy week it has been already. Wake up to snow on the ground. Luckily it was none on the streets, so I'm able to be here before you right now. Look, before we go any further, I need everybody, lottie-dottie, everybody under the sound of my voice, go like, share, and follow the Frequency CO. The Frequency CO. Go like, share, and follow it right here, right now. Call your friends, let them know, hey, look, the king is on, the king's court is in session. That way we can go ahead and get into this thing. We got a great topic for y'all today. Great topic. Love through the lens of respect. Ladies, we about to put y'all on game. We about to put y'all on game. For real. Because you'll hear us talk about respect when a lot of y'all have no clue what it is that we actually talking about. So we literally about to give y'all the game today. So you already know what it is. If you're at work right now, go ahead into your office, shut the door, and turn this thing up so that we can get into this conversation. If you don't have an office and you're at the cubicle, hey, put your headphones on, turn it up so we can go ahead and get into this thing. If you're at the house watching the kids, put something on that's going to keep them occupied for the next 2 hours so that we can get into this thing. Break out your pen and paper, ladies. break out your pen and paper. And my fellas out there listening, I need y'all to hit me with that amen when when we say something that's on point. We about to put some things in order and put some things together today, and I can't wait. But like always, I got to give a big shout out to the frequency for allowing me to be able to bring over the King's Court and to the frequency. It has been a pleasure. Now, of course, I got to give a shout out to my man 420. He got up this morning in the midst of that snow and made it possible for me to be able to come before y'all right here, right now. So definitely big up to you, 420. The lady is not in the building. It should be here probably a little later on. We're going to give her a big shout out as well. Hey, look, I can't speak for everybody else, but it's been a great couple of days, man. It's been a great couple of days. I had an opportunity to speak to one of the last mentors that I have. Called me out of the blue yesterday. So let me get a shout out to Coach Prince. You know who you are or whatnot. That's one of my mentors. Evidently, he been watching and tracking what it is that I've been doing, and he took out the time to call me, give me his approval on what it is that we've been doing up here. So I definitely appreciate that. Not many mentors left around for me, but I definitely appreciate the ones that I actually do have. And I thank everybody for the feedback that y'all have been giving me as well. So with that being said, Can I Be the Man? A Letter from Us to You. The book is out. Audio book is coming. It should be out in the next week or so. If you haven't got your copy, go ahead, grab it now, because the conversation has started. If you want to know what it is that we're talking about, you need to dive into this book. And for those in the Colorado Springs area that actually got the book, guess what? The book release party is coming. It is locked in. Club Tilt, May 27th, hosted by none other than The Frequency. You get an opportunity to sit back, get your book signed, ask some questions. I'm going to let the audience pick out which chapters want to be read, and we're going to dive into the discussion. It's from 5 to 8. After that time, we're just going to have a good time. Y'all can get to party with the king. All right? But as you know, we got to go ahead and pay a couple of bills. We'll be back in about 5 minutes or so to go ahead and get into this conversation. Again, the topic is today, love through the lens of respect. We're going to show y'all how to respect us, how to love us, ladies. All right. We'll be right back. The king has spoken. And the king is back. The court is back in session. We're about to get into the thick of things. Before we get started, I need everybody, lottie-dottie, everybody to go like, follow, and share The Frequency CO. The Frequency CO. Go like, follow, and share The Frequency CO. If you are connected to us on Facebook, I need you to go share this live right now. Need everybody to go ahead and jump on, because we about to get into the thick of things. Today's topic is none other than love through the lens of respect. We're about to teach y'all some things about us today, ladies. We're about to show y'all exactly what it is that we mean when we talk about respecting us. It's crazy because a lady asked this question last week when she was on with us, and I went into it a little bit, but I didn't want to go too in depth into it because I already knew that we was going to be having this discussion. So we're definitely going to deep dive into it right now. But again, before we get started, I need you to go like, share, and follow The Frequency CO. The Frequency CO. If you
in July.
Exactly. It's not that hard. A couple of clicks, baby. A couple of clicks. So, last week we talked about why she won't submit. And in the midst of that conversation, the concept of respect for men came up. All right. And like I said, I didn't want to deep dive into it because I knew that we would be having this conversation right here. And we can't talk about respect without talking about love, right? And why is this so important? Bless up, Rika, bless up. I see you in there. Thank you. Why is this so important? So, we feel, see, and respond to love via respect. We know that you love us through the respect that you give us. And it's the complete opposite for you. You know that we respect you through the love that we actually give you. A lot of people like to talk about 5 love languages, and it's a great book. It's a great book. But everything it is that they're talking about in that book can be broken down to those 2 things, especially when it comes to us men. Your ability to be able to respect us directly speaks to how much you actually love us. And that's literally how we see it. Now, there's a couple of things, couple of reasons why we are here right now. And one of the main reasons is that as a woman, you're supposed to learn respect from your father. But what has happened is that a lot of us grew up either without our fathers, a part-time father, or a father that was there but really wasn't active in our lives. And of course you have those slim few that actually grew up in the household with their father and was able to learn how to respect the man from their father. But it's not just about respecting a man. You learn respect, period, from a man. How to respect yourself. All of these things come from a man. Why? Because respect is at the core for us. Just like we learn how to love from y'all. It's just what it is. You learn how to respect from us as men. And we learn how to love from y'all, from women. The first view of respect is supposed to come from your father. The first view of love for us, it comes from our mother. It's not that hard. Fairly simple. But because how the vast majority of us grew up, we're missing pieces.
That explains a lot.
We're missing pieces. I'm so serious.
A ratchet just creates another ratchet.
That is it. So, we have to clean some stuff up. And the thing about this, ladies, is that the reality of it is that some of us men have lost the concept of what respect is. Why do I say that? Because you have men out here fighting and killing in the street for what they so-called respect. And it's really not. It's really not. Granted, I'm a prime example of it. When I was younger, right? If you stepped on my brand new pair of shoes, it was going up. Let me have a fresh pair of Air Force Ones, white Air Force Ones on them, and you stepped on them, put a scuff on. It was going up. That person could have apologized and every other thing else. It was still, I was still going to try and take his teeth out. That has nothing to do with respect. Nothing at all. We're out here. Some of us, concept of what respect is skewed as men. And that's literally what it is. So we got to bring some things back into order as far as men is concerned, as well as women. So this conversation, although we'll be speaking to y'all today, ladies, is for the men as well. Because we have lost over time what the true concept of respecting a man actually is. And as a man, if we don't know what respect is, how can we teach you? So, last week, when the lady asked me, the queen of the building asked me, how to respect a man, what does it mean to respect a man? The first thing that I talked about was being able to respect our manhood. Now we're going to break this thing down into little itty bitty pieces, okay? And I know in the midst of breaking this thing down into little itty bitty pieces that other questions are going to come up. What I need y'all to do is go to Facebook, right? And go to the group, the King Naps Court, and request to be a part of that group, and we will pick up the conversation there. Because we're not going to be able to get through this thing if y'all start blowing up the comment section about other things versus what it is that we're about to talk about, okay? So I need y'all to go there for me, all right? So, respecting our manhood. As men, we have several different areas that make us men. We start out as sons. We start out as brothers. We become someone's friend. Then eventually we become a husband. And then we become a father. And the last two pieces, which are important, is who we are within the community, and then who we are as it pertains to our beliefs or religious structure. Spiritual structure. I hate using that word religious, so we're going to say spiritual. Who we are spiritually. All right? So there's 7 different areas that make us up. I'm going to say it again. We are a son, brother, friend, husband, father, who we are to the community, and who we are as far as our spiritual beliefs. Okay? And all of these are based upon relationships. So, although it might be hard, and I know the first thing that some of y'all ladies is going to say is, what about that mama's boy? But that relationship that we have with our parents has to be one of the first things that's respected. And we're not going to talk about the mama's boy, because I know that is an issue within itself. We'll deal with that a little bit later. But that relationship has to be respected.
Oedipus complex.
Yes. See, 420 trying to bring it out. I'm not going there. I'm going to stay focused.
I've seen it.
You have to respect that relationship that he has with his parents. Now, in the midst of doing that, like I said, a lot of us have grown up without both of our parents. So that in itself poses somewhat of a problem, because like I've talked about before, is that we will never truly be complete or never truly know who we are unless we know our parents, which is the reason why I encourage everyone to, not for you or not for them, but for you, go find your parents. Some of those things that they have gone through in life, or that you might be going through right now. They might be the answer. They might be the key to being able to figure out what not to do or what to do. But these are relationships that have to be respected. If you don't get along with said mother, that's going to present an issue. Because now he's in the middle of a war between you and said mother or father. And yes, ladies, I know it is not always from your end. Sometimes it's from the parents' end. But that is something that he has to literally deal with. The only thing that you have to do is remain respectful. That doesn't mean that you just sit back and get beat up on every time that they come around. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that you remain respectful. There are ways to be respectful and ways to be tactful. But that relationship has to be respected because he is a son. And if you don't have any other reason to respect his parents, at the very least, respect the fact that they brought him on this earth. Respect the fact that they brought him on this earth. The love that it is that you receive from him, the way that you feel when you're in his presence, everything that it is that he actually does for you would not happen had it not been for them. So at the very least, respect them because of that. And in doing so, you are respecting him. But the moment things go up and you become disrespectful to his parents, now you are being disrespectful to him. And quite frankly, if you love him the way that you say you do, and we are saying that we see love through the lens of respect, then it shouldn't be something that should be hard to do. I already got a question in the comments, so what if he doesn't handle it? We're going to address that one later in a different show. Matter of fact, we're going to go to King Nab's court and throw that comment into there, and we will address it after the show is over. Okay? So the next piece is he's a brother. It's the exact same thing as it pertains to the parents. Now I know this one's a little bit difficult because, you know, at the very least, the parents brought them into this world. The sister, on the other hand, or the brother, on the other hand, is something completely different. Something completely different. And again, like I said, this does not mean that you just sit back and get beat up every time you're around the family. One thing that we are saying is because of him, be respectful to them. I can assure you that there's nothing more that we as men, I'm pretty sure you as women as well, want than for our significant other to have a good relationship with his family. That's the same thing that you want from us, ladies, right? For us to have a pretty good relationship with your father, a good relationship with your mother, and a good relationship with your siblings, if you have them. It's the exact same thing that we're asking for in return. If we love you the way that we say we do, we're going to do whatever is necessary to ensure that these relationships are, in your eyes, considered to be good. And what we're saying is that if you respect us, if you love us, then you will respect those relationships that we actually have. Like I said, each relationship is different. Each one is different. You might have a significant other who is not necessarily close with this family. But you might have the ability to bridge that gap. Trust me, I know. Because my wife does it. I think my family calls and talks to my wife more than they call and talk to me. And I love it. Because quite frankly, I'm the only boy out of 4 sisters. So to see that my wife has a great relationship with my siblings is great. To see that my wife has a great relationship with my mother makes me feel good. It does. Matter of fact, my wife and my sister and some other family members of hers, they all went to Vegas a couple of months ago for my wife's birthday. Had a blast. And nothing made me feel better than to know that they were able to come together. It won't no fighting. It won't no arguing. Or anything of that particular nature. It was like we were all one big happy family. And quite frankly, I'm looking forward to my 40th birthday party. Let me throw that out there, that they putting together where all our family comes together. I can't wait. But these are areas. Sometimes they are simple, sometimes they are difficult. That you can show that you respect our manhood. And in return, show that you are actually, that show your love for us through other relationships that don't even directly deal with us. Because contrary to popular belief, they are a part of me. His siblings, his parents, they are a part of him. Even though from a physical standpoint, it does not directly deal with him, they are still a portion of him. And these things are important. Very important. You want to know why? Because those are relationships that help build him into who he is right now. See, when we love you, we're not just loving who it is that you are. We're loving everything that made you. Which is the reason why we have respect for your parents, respect for your siblings. And we need the exact same thing in return. Now the next piece, we covered he is a son, he is a brother. The next piece is he's a friend. And depending on the individual that you are dealing with, this is where things become a little tricky. Because that religious or spiritual piece of him is going to play a part in what it is that we're going to talk about in reference to him being a friend. because you have some men, and that when my friends are around, you need to disperse. You need to disperse. That is how some men are. But this is something that you need to know and understand prior to marriage. If you haven't written anything down yet, I need you to write this down, ladies. How does he want me to operate to show him respect in the midst of other men? This is a question that you need to ask, I'm telling you, because it is a long, winding road that you can actually go down. Because like I said, the extreme version is when other men come around. When I have my fellas come over, you need to disperse. Go to the room, something of that particular nature. Then you have other men that might not be that extreme, but they have other things that they deem to be respectful and non-respectful. Case in point, a lot of people don't believe in the so-called man codes, but they are very much so alive and real. And ladies, some of those codes you definitely need to know. All of my friends know, and we've had these conversations, that if I'm not at home and you come to my house, 420, what are you supposed to do? You do not come into my house. Literally. That's just what it is. And you, being my significant other, need to know and understand that, because if someone does show up at my house of the opposite sex, you should already know whether you can let them in or not.
That goes back centuries.
Yes.
Mexicans still practice it today in Mexico. Let a woman have a man come in the house and the other man home.
It's going up. It's going up. These are things that you need to know.
Women always ask that. Why is it okay for a man to sleep around but not a woman?
No, that's a whole conversation. So.
Chinese proverb. A key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock.
He trying to take me down a different path. He trying to take me down a different path. I'm not doing it. I'm not about to be arguing with y'all today. But seriously, these are things that you actually need to know. Especially when it comes down to the opposite sex.
In reality, men are more sensitive than women.
Exactly. Say it again for him. Say it for the people in the back.
Men are more sensitive than women.
Men are more sensitive than women.
Especially when sick. I've seen some grown men literally cry and whine.
Yep.
They got a little cold and sniffle and act like the world is coming to an end.
Yep. You already know what it is.
Man can cheat 100 times, let her cheat once. His whole world is destroyed.
Destroyed. He gonna cry in a car.
Because what women don't understand is our natural instinct to plant and spread our seed. It is instinctual. We are animals. People seem to forget that. Basic concept is we are animals first.
Yep.
Before people. We have instincts that are naturally encoded in our DNA to make us think and act a certain way.
Yep. And
I make us fight that.
I know when we talking about stuff of this particular nature or whatnot, some of y'all be like, man, it's too many rules, yeah, so forth, so on. But literally, it's the exact same thing on the opposite end. Y'all already know, and that loving y'all is not as easy as y'all would like to paint it to be. And it's the exact same on the opposite end. The only difference is that we see love through the lens of respect. Your ability to respect us directly ties in how we view your love of us. I'm so serious. You have some men out here that don't want you to have any physical contact with another man at all. Period. None. You better not even hug that joker. Look down. You have some cultures where the women can't even be
Afghanistan.
physically seen.
Afghanistan, you must walk, what is it? 7 feet, 10
Yep.
feet behind you, man.
Yep. Yep.
That's a place that still stones you to death.
Yeah.
Up a rock and bust your ass.
Stone you to death. Public hangings in the middle of the city. Yep, I've been there. I've seen some. I've seen some. But I'm telling you, this literally, this is what it is. If he's asking you to give that church hug, you know what it is I'm talking about. And not that frontal hug. This is how he views respect. Sounds like a lot, but these are things that you need to know, understand, and learn prior to. And quite frankly, it still comes back to us men. Because had we been in the homes the way that we were supposed to, then a lot of the stuff that we battle with nowadays, we wouldn't have to battle with. Do you really think that if your dad was at home that he would have allowed you to be that one little girl that's hanging out with all them little boys? Wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened at all.
I am not ready to get what?
At all. But
she out there like that because she don't have that man's attention.
yeah. When we're talking about what it is, how you dress when you leave this house, when you leave my presence, we're talking about the respect that you actually have for us. And then you have a lot of us that think that feel as though we shouldn't even have
Not even so much
say anything.
Have respect for yourself.
That is it. That is the piece right there. That's literally what it was I was about to say.
Because I hate that. I hate a woman that goes out and you see the tops of her areolas and you look at it, she get mad because you looking at her areolas. Or you showing them. What am I supposed to do?
We understand.
Just like y'all love a fall season, sweatpants season. Come on now.
Yes.
They love to look too.
We know and we understand that as men, we are very visual creatures. And I've said it already. Ladies, I understand and know that y'all are visual creatures as well.
That's why we like the lights on.
But our extent is a little bit different from y'all's. Just a tad bit. But these are things that we consider to be respectful.
You never gonna stop wearing sweatpants.
They acting up in the comment section right now.
That's the thing. This is sweatpants. Y'all be going above and beyond with lingerie outdoors and stuff.
Oh man. So hey look, y'all start acting up in the comment section. But literally these are things that y'all should know, and some of us as men feel like that you should have enough love and respect for yourself that we shouldn't even have to make mention of these things.
Yeah, you married. Why you advertising?
That's seriously. You got 3/4 of your chest hanging out. We can see cheeks.
I can see monkey from behind.
Or now your whole print is showing, and you're looking at us like we crazy, saying that we are insecure and every other thing else.
And
No.
what's worse, that's a trend now. I've literally seen videos of chicks pulling their stuff up, creating that camel toe.
Yeah.
No, they got a ring on.
Yeah.
Who are you showing that cat to?
It has nothing to do with
Have you
insecurity.
heard of yeast infections?
It has nothing to do with jealousy. and everything to do with respect for us as men.
And yourself.
When it comes down to situations of this particular nature, do not put us in a situation where we can be disrespected. Before you leave that house, whatever it is that you have on, ask yourself this, ladies. Will I put my husband in a situation where he could potentially be disrespected? Now, we know and we understand, because we are men. You can come outside with, man, you come outside looking busted. And there is going to be a man out there that is going to try you. We know and we understand this. The only thing that we're saying that from a respect standpoint, don't give them no ammunition. Don't give them no ammunition.
And please, stop bringing your friend. You know them friends that wear certain shit. Bring your friend over and then get mad when we look at it. You know how your friend dress. Don't bring her over.
That's exactly it.
You cause a problem.
Matter of fact, that's one way. That's one way to look at it. Yeah, if one of your friends or your siblings or something of that nature wear something and that you would feel uncomfortable with her wearing around your
Like the
man,
New Yorker pants that form fitted.
yeah, yeah, don't wear it. That's one way that's actually one way to be able to look at it. But you already know what it is. We have to go and pay some bills. We're going to get into the thick of things right after this. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. Court, we're going into recess. Hey, like, follow, and share the Frequency CO. Call your friends right now and be like, look, we getting into the thick of things. He in there talking about respect. Get your sisters on the line, fellas. Get your men on the line. I need y'all up here, all right? But we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Y'all enjoy the music. Court is now in recess. The king has spoken. We'll be back. And we are back. Court is officially back in session. I hope y'all enjoyed this break. I definitely did. It was much needed. But we are ready to get back into the thick of things. If you are now just joining us, the topic of discussion for today is love through the lens of respect. Ladies, we are literally talking about how to love us through respecting us, because literally that is how we see and view love.
Respect our privacy.
Trust me, that's going to be one of the things that we talk about. That is definitely going to be one of the things we talk about, respecting our privacy.
They think because we want some privacy, we're cheating. Everybody needs privacy. I don't go through my woman's phone.
Me time.
I don't even go through my woman's Facebook. I don't even look on it. I don't even know what's going on there.
Me time.
Not my business.
Same way y'all need time to be able to love on yourselves, we need time to be able to love on ourselves as well.
You keep from choking y'all.
But literally, so we dealing with the core right now, which is basically respecting our manhood. Our manhood can be broken down to the fact that we are sons, brothers, friends, husbands, fathers, who we are within the community, and then who we are as it pertains to our spiritual beliefs. Now, we was on the topic of friends, and we know that this one is a long and windy road because each man is different in this particular area. You have some men who, when their friends are around, they don't want you in the vicinity at all. And
They have ratchet friends.
Exactly. Then you have other men that don't mind you being around their friends. It's just how you actually respond and act in the midst of those friends.
Yeah, keep them smiles down to a minimum.
Exactly. Be careful about how many jokes you laugh at. No,
Because men are stupid. They think because you smile at them, you want them.
Yep, this is true. My wife said it all the time. Anytime I talk about these rules and stuff, she'd be like, y'all just stupid. Just stupid. I don't know what to say about that. It's as simple as that. You can touch us. It can be a meaningless touch, but that rub across the shoulder, or you provide that hug.
Man's head, we getting married in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you provide that hug, and all of a sudden you done rubbed his back one too many times in the midst of that hug. Yeah. Yeah.
You just cause problems.
We're sorry, ladies. It's just how some of us think. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. But hey, these are the questions that you need to ask your significant other.
I think a lot of it boils down to the fact that we keep our sexuality suppressed in America. You go to any other country, they have nudity on TV,
Yep.
commercials,
Yep, they definitely do.
and they have open free sex. They don't have problems like that. America's the only place with the severe divorce rate of, what is it now, like 85, 87%?
Yep, it's somewhere around there.
So it's basically to the point
I know it's
of,
well
why
over
get
50.
married? We're going to get divorced.
It's well over 50%. It's well over 50%. That much I do know. And I don't know the exact percentages, but I know it's well over 50%. But these are things that are important. You need to sit down and talk with your significant other, whether it's your husband or whether it's your...
That's the most important talk you could have.
Yeah.
Because my woman is attracted to other women too. It's easy when you can sit down and have a conversation and you can actually both look at a woman and say, damn, she's beautiful, ain't she?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have that problem of jealousy.
Yep.
You both find that person attractive and move about your day.
Yep. It's not that hard. It's a simple conversation. Just sit down and ask your man. Ask your husband, how can I be respectful or show respect to you in the midst of company, in the midst of your friends? Some stuff you might understand, other things you might not understand. But the reality of it is that we see love through the lens of respect. So if these are ways that you can be respectful to him and show him just how much you actually love him even more, why not do it?
I sometimes think women are too insecure to bring their friends around. Because I've had the situation where my woman would bring her friend around all the time, and I was just being hospitable. But she took it as, why are you being so nice to her? I'm just being hospitable. She fell down and busted herself going down the hill. We got drunk, went to the club, long story. But she got cut up and stuff. She was too drunk. I was helping her clean up. Why are you touching her legs and help her? She got a gash and blood coming out of her leg, man. No one's thinking about anything else but
She could bleed out right now.
Like, that's the
You
problem
better not
women
touch
have,
her.
is so insecure. Men
Yeah.
are just in trouble no matter what we do.
So, I know y'all heard that Joe song. That is like one of my favorite songs, Impossible. If you heard it during the break, man, he dropped some gems in that song, which is going to lead us right into the next phase, which is respecting us as your husbands. As a husband, everyone knows that our core responsibility is to provide and to protect. What we do, we need y'all to respect it, because this is a big part in respecting our manhood. It just is. It very much so is. We need you to respect and honor the fact that we get up and we go into this world and do battle just to be able to provide for you. The same way we love the fact that The same way that we love the fact of what it is that you do inside the home to make us comfortable when we actually get there. Okay.
Joanna asked, but why are you not checking your friends about being overly friendly to your wife or girlfriend or person of interest if you call them your brothers?
Okay. So I was trying to move on.
Then he don't respect you.
But
Because that means that's the type of dude that allows his friends to hit on you. That means he's the type that will allow his friends to run a train on you, too. He will share you with them.
this is true.
Get rid of him.
This is true. Very much so true. Everything 420 just said is true. If your significant other will allow his friends to do things of this particular nature, he doesn't respect you. And 9 times out of 10, the way that you feel like he loves you, he doesn't. But I know where this question is coming from, so I'm going to answer it directly the way that it needs to be answered so that you'll understand it. And hopefully, we won't have to address this question ever again. The reality of it is this. When you are my wife, my covenant, the vows that I took are with you. They're with you. I didn't take a vow. I didn't make any covenants before the Most High, the universe, the ancestors, or anything of that particular nature with my friends. First person that I'm going to look at is you. So if you know that my view of respect and how I see respect deals with how you respond in certain situations, the first person that I'm going to look at is you. Case in point, talk about this a lot in reference to within my own home. We have several places that you can actually sit at when we have company. And that's exactly how I look at it. We have company. And when we have company, and the goal is to make sure that they are as comfortable as possible. So if you, as my wife, is sitting down at the couch in one area, and then one of my friends comes and sit down at that very same couch, yes, I'm expecting you to get up and find someplace else to sit, unless there is no other place for you to sit. Because this is what it is that I deem as being respectful. Now, trust and believe, if you get up and go sit someplace else and then that friend gets up and follows you, guess what? I'm going to check that person. But the first person that I'm always going to look at is you, because you're my significant other. My loyalty in this situation resides with you. Your loyalty in this situation is supposed to reside with me. So yes, you're going to be the first person that it is that I actually look at. You might not like it, but that's literally what it is. I don't lay next to them at night. I lay next to you. And trust and believe, just because nothing is said right then and there in front of you does not mean that something wasn't said. And this is just what it is. The situation that I talked about earlier in reference to a friend coming to the house when I'm not there, trust and believe that if I didn't give them permission to be there, and lo and behold, they knew I wasn't going to be there and they showed up, there's going to be a conversation. It's just as simple as that. But the reason behind it is because of the covenant and the vows that I took with you. So I'm always going to look at you first. Sorry, ladies. That's just what it is. If somebody approach you in the street and they trying to holler at you, the first thing that I'm looking at is how are you going to respond, especially when I'm not there. Especially when I'm not there. It's just what it is. Why? Because my covenant is with you. I took those vows with you. Might be a hard thing to understand, but literally this is how we view and operate when it comes down to respecting us. So, moving on. In reference to respecting our manhood as being husbands, we, like I was saying before, we need you to respect what it is that we actually do when we leave out of this house and go to provide for you. The same way that we love and appreciate everything it is that you do in the home to ensure that when we come home, we are comfortable. We respect what it is that you do in the home, what it is that you actually do for us. Believe it or not, but that meal that you provide for us in the morning prior to us leaving out to go to work, if you're actually capable of, we respect that. We love that. We deem that as being respectful. Why? Because you are providing us with the energy it is that we need to be able to go out here and do what it is that we are doing for you. That's just what it is. Even in those instances that might be a little bit difficult. Because contrary to popular belief, not every man out there wants to work a 9 to 5. Some of us, we're doing it solely to be able to provide for you. And then that first opportunity that opens up to be able to grasp a hold of our own, we need you to be able to respect that as well. Be our number one fan, the person that is uplifting us, the person that is strengthening us, encouraging us. And these are things that we deem as being respectful. How many of y'all actually knew that your ability to encourage us when we deem to be respectful? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Because when we encourage you, when we lift you up, do you not feel loved? And we're saying that we see love through the lens of respect. So why wouldn't we see that as being respectful? How you talk to us plays a big part. Each and every last one of us, both men and women, when we have been with our significant other for any amount of time, we know those triggers that will send us up. If I want to have an argument with my wife when I get home, I know exactly what to say. But do we know those things to say in order to open up our significant other so that they can hear what it is that we need to say? Do you? is if there is something significant that you need to express to your significant other, what do you need to say in order to get him to open up, or to get her to open up and listen to what it is that you're actually saying? With us, we're saying that do it in a respectful manner. You can say anything it is that you want to us. Just do it in a respectful manner, which means that you need to know and understand, in this instance, what we deem as being respectful. Now, I said it before, contrary to popular belief, ladies, y'all are not the only ones that have intuition. We have it as well. We know when you're asking us a question. We get home from work, and you ask us how our day is, just so that you can hurry up and listen to whatever it is that we have to say, so you can express however it is that, whatever it is that you want to talk about. We know it. Ladies, I'm going to give you this right here. You are better off just telling us. Just go ahead and tell us whatever it is that you went through the day, versus sitting back and trying to what's the word for it? Massage the situation by giving us this ungenuine, how was your day? Go ahead and just tell us. Get it off your chest. We'll receive it much better. Even when it comes down to the bedroom. Now, I've heard this conversation. I've had this conversation I don't know how many times, in reference to how do I tell my man that he's not pleasing me in the bedroom? Respectfully. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Respectfully. You are doing him a disservice by allowing him to think that he's A1 in this area and he's literally failing. Trust and believe. I know and I understand that there's no way for you to be able to put this off without doing at least a little bit of damage to his ego. But at the very least, come with a solution at the same time. If he needs some hymns or whatever it is they have out there, come with it. Because contrary to popular belief, intimacy, physical intimacy deals a lot with communication. And it could be that he actually has the ability to do it. You're just not communicating. There's a respectful manner to be to do everything. There's a manner in which you can approach him to where he will listen and receive everything it is that you are actually trying to say. But I'm going to tell you out the gate. You come to us with a whole bunch of testosterone, we're going to shut completely down. Use your femininity when you approach us. And please, ladies, please, do not use your tears to manipulate us. Please don't. It might work for a while, but you're going to get hurt in the end. And to be quite honest, that is one of the most disrespectful things that you can do, is to use your femininity or your tears or anything of that particular nature to coerce us into doing something that you want us to do. Don't do it. And you have some men that prefer you to be straight up and down direct. But one thing that I do know is that it's not what it is that you say. It is how you say it. It's simple as that. Well, you already know what time it is. We got to pay some bills, so we're going to take a quick break. King has spoken. We'll be right back. And we are back. Hope y'all enjoyed that break as much as I did. I see y'all still in the comment area getting it in. I've been reading all of it. Y'all been putting out some great points in the comment area.
Best one is direct comments.
Yes.
I'm tired of saying I'm not a mind reader.
Yes. Ladies, we are not.
Walk around huffing and puffing, don't tell me your problem.
At all. And if I ask you what's wrong,
you know.
Please tell me.
No, you get the you know. Or you come home, she mad. Why are you mad? You wasn't mad when I left. You know why.
No, I don't.
Please tell me.
I don't know why.
You know.
That's why one of the most hated questions that we ask as men is, what do you want to eat?
Don't. They know what they want.
What do you want to eat?
They know. Because I'm tired of that. I mentioned something. No, I don't want that. All right, we'll go here. I don't want that. Please tell me then. I don't know.
And then lo and behold, we come back and don't bring you anything.
No, we done started fighting and nobody's hungry no more.
Now you want to eat our food.
I'm looking for that one lady, I can't remember her name. I seen her yesterday, right over here. I can't remember her name. She's with you guys?
She's not here right now. I need you to come back in about 10 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be better than
All right,
Okay.
Thank you. Apologies. I had a brief interruption.
One of the street people we help.
Yes, if y'all didn't know, here at the Frequency, we do pass out food, as well as clothing, as well as water, things of that particular nature to the homeless that are around. So that was one of the ladies stopping in so she could grab something. But for the sake of the actual show, we're going to have them come back and we're going to take care of them at that particular time. All right. But getting back to what we was actually talking.
We are not mind readers, ladies.
Exactly, we are not.
And they'll bring up something from a week ago.
Yes,
It'll be something from a week ago. You'll be like, how am I supposed to know? You still mad about that?
Yeah. Ask us a question from 2 years ago just to see if we're going to respond the same exact way, and we better not be a word off.
Wait! You told me you was at Target, not Walmart.
I couldn't remember. It was 2 years ago. I don't even have a receipt.
I lie. Bro, I keep my receipts. They have timestamps.
Oh man.
That's how bad you women get sometimes. I have to walk around with receipts.
Yeah.
Show them where I've been at what time. Like you the police.
But respecting us and our role as your husbands, it is key and it is vital. Like I said, the two big primary roles that everyone knows is that it is our job to provide and to protect. We talked about providing. There are going to be times and that we are in situations where it makes it hard for us to be able to provide. Y'all see the economy. You see what it is that we are having to deal with out here. There are a lot of us that are unemployed right now. A lot of us. But does that mean we don't deserve respect? Did we stop loving you because of what's going on in the economy, in this world right now? If we're saying that we see love through the lens of respect, then yes, We still need that respect.
And trust is respect.
Exactly. Trust plays a big part. Oh, I was
Taylor
gonna get
talked
into
down
that.
here. Talking
I was
about,
gonna get
oh,
into
so
that.
So you was out buying snacks for your side piece. I get that. That's why I carry receipts.
Trust, we gonna get into that.
I go out with my boys, I call my woman on live. So she can see the background. There ain't no hoes in here. There ain't nobody, ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going on. You
Yeah.
can call me live anytime you want.
I talked about that before, how when we was living in Chicago, and my wifey used to go out with her family and friends.
What the fuck?
When the wifey used to go out with her friends and stuff, you know, she would call me, and this is
Oh, I
gonna lead.
hate that shit.
This is gonna lead into what we mean about protecting. But she would call me anytime, or either call me or shoot me a text, anytime that she was going to leave and go someplace different. You know, I respected it. I loved it.
That is cool. The part I don't get, like my woman does, she'll leave, go have girl time,
Mm-hmm.
and text me the whole time. What are you doing? What's
Oh
up?
no, that's something completely different.
What are you watching? Why are you out? If you worry about what I'm doing, woman, just have fun. Cause see, I don't stop my woman. I let her go out. I don't call her. I don't follow her. I don't.
No,
Do
that's,
you?
no, and that's literally how it is, how it should be. But the wifey, she would either call or shoot me a text and let me know, you know what I'm saying, where it was that she was going.
Yeah.
And
I
nobody
do
would really understood why she was doing that.
that. I do that because sometimes lifestyle is a lot, baby. I'm going here, baby. I'm
Yeah.
going here. But I'm coming home.
Yeah, and do it. She was doing it, one, primarily out of respect, and two, because she understood the concept of us protecting you. If something was to go wrong, how can I get there if I don't know where you at?
Mm-hmm. That's
If
all I need to
something
know.
was to happen to you,
What club you at?
yeah,
Who friend's house you gonna be at? They start shooting. I need to know.
exactly. It's the exact same thing when it comes down to my kids. It's not a matter of tracking where it is that you're at.
They make the.
It's a matter of if something goes wrong, if you get kidnapped or something of that particular nature, at the very least, I know where to start looking.
And that's scary as hell.
It is, but the world that we live in,
I don't have kids. I have stepkids. And one time it happened to me. I had a stepkid with me. We were someplace. I think it was a state fair or something. Went to get us some food. I literally turned around. He was gone.
oof,
The terror. I was like, first of all, this ain't even my kid. Where's he at? The kids like to walk off.
yep. I need to know. As men, we need to know. Now, I ain't talking about, okay, I'm going up the street to Walmart, and then all of a sudden you need some gas. And no, you don't have to text me saying you're going to get some gas. But please know and understand that we're not doing this so that we can doggone track your every whereabouts. It is so that we know that if something goes wrong, where we need to be. If it's about to go up, my wife is at the club and she texts me that it's an issue, I know where to get to. It's as simple as that. Now, that's something completely different if she's out of state or something of that particular nature. But most times in those situations, I have somebody on the A team that I can give a call. I can give a call and be like, look, my significant other is at this place right here. I need you to get there because something ain't right. It is our job to be protectors of our household. And out of respect, this is something that helps us to be able to do our job. Not trying to track you.
I think trust is the greatest amount of respect you can put on your significant other.
Exactly. And we're going to get into that thing because that's a whole conversation in itself. We're going to be talking about that on Thursday. Trust. Yes.
Trust is a hard thing. because it's so easy to violate.
It definitely is.
And you have to communicate with each other on what you consider, something that will go against your trust or not.
Yeah.
Some people have different opinions on things. Like me, I don't care if my woman go out all day, I don't care. And she gets mad at that, oh, because you don't love me. No, I don't care what you do, just go have fun.
Yep, that's it.
I'm not going to stop you.
Either way you look at it, communication is the key. You're not going to know how to respect us, which is in essence how to love us, without communication. And this thing needs to start prior to us saying I do.
Yeah, being married.
You need to know this. Because it might be that, hey, this is a little bit too much for me. I need to move on.
You need to date.
Yes.
Stop getting married in a month.
And I'm not talking about dating or courting just
Wasn't it back
to
in the
go
day
out.
something like courting took 5 years? It was around something like, they considered it something like 5 years. It should be enough time for you to get to know each other and decide, okay.
I can't remember exactly how long it was, but it was definitely a significant amount of
It ain't no
time.
month.
It definitely was a significant amount of time.
Because I've been with my woman on about 5 years. I'm still learning about her.
Yep. Yeah. And the thing about it is, these are conversations that you need to continually have even after you get married, because guess what?
We change.
We change. We grow. The things that bothered me back when I was 25 might not bother me now that I'm 35.
Wait till you're 45.
These are conversations that we continually need to have. And it's the exact same thing as far as y'all when it comes down to our ability to love y'all. My wife doesn't like flowers. She doesn't like flowers. What do I look like sitting back trying to show her that I love her by bringing her some flowers?
You're just going to piss her off.
That's it.
She's going to say, no, damn well, I don't like no damn flowers. You obviously don't respect me or respect my feelings to know that I hate this shit.
Yeah. Now, ladies, if you know and understand that, then you should be able to understand what it is that we're talking about in reference to respect. If we're saying that we view and see love and feel love through respect, then all it is that we're asking for is the exact same thing when it comes down to us loving you. Us doing something that we consider to be showing you love that is completely out in left field for you doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
I tell my woman I give what I get. No more, no less.
That is it. And ladies, regardless, whether you realize it or not, that wall that I was telling you that all men have up that you can't break down, you can't climb over, you can't sneak behind, that you can only get through via invitation, we're giving you the keys right now of how to get invited. These are the keys right here. If you want to get behind that wall and be able to hold that man's heart and really truly feel the love that he actually has, respect is the key.
And men are simple-minded.
Very much so. And it's not just so much as respect as it pertains to us. It's respect for yourself as well.
And easily influenced by outside influences.
Exactly. Respect for yourself as well.
Never let your man leave the house hungry, horny, or angry. Because something bad will happen.
You heard what he said. Don't let him leave the house horny, hungry, or angry.
We go out, we're very just spur of the moment, do stupid things.
Wait until we had a conversation on the 3 F's. On the 3 F's. And it's coming. It's coming in a couple of weeks. It's coming. But we see love through the lens of respect. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If you want to get behind that wall, if you really want to know the love that he has for you, only way you're going to be able to do it is through respect. Even if you get great love from your man right now, I assure you, the more respect that you show him, the more love that is going to be reciprocated unto you.
Respect. We are visual creatures.
Exactly.
I promise you, if you sat at a dinner with your husband, catch him looking at another chick booty because she's walking by, compliment her, be like, yeah, she got a nice ass, don't she? He's going to be surprised. But also, what's not going to happen is you're not going to end up fighting in the restaurant because you see him looking at her ass and you say, why are you looking at that bitch ass for? Instead, because most women appreciate another woman's body and ain't afraid to admit it. Compliment the woman. Freak him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Your relationship might get better.
Very much so.
Open conversations. Trust.
But we are going to continue this topic. This is not one of those topics that we can have in one sitting. So on Thursday, we definitely going to come back and we're going to finish off this conversation because there is so much more to be discussed. So much more. For all of y'all, I need y'all to, right now, everybody that's in the comments, if you are not already in the King's Court and the Facebook community, I need you to go there and request to be a member so that we can pick up the conversation from there.
Subscribe, share.
Yes.
Mark it down so you get notification every time we're on.
Yes. Make sure you put them alerts up. I need you to like, follow, and share.
We're trying to get a Roku channel, people. Roku. We're trying to get a Roku channel.
Y'all hear it. It's coming. It is coming. Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to have these conversations more than twice a week. More than twice a week. Hey, look, though, we got to take a quick break to pay a few bills. We'll be back in just a moment with the King's final thoughts, all right? And we are back. The King's Court is now officially coming to a close, but we can't close out without the King's final thoughts. We've been talking about respect. Respect, ladies. That is how we view and see love. We see love through the lens of respect. Literally what it boils down to. If you want to get behind that wall and really be able to touch the heart of a man, you need to know and understand how to respect us. Not according to how you see or you view, but literally based off of us. The same way that you want us to love you the way you feel and you want to be loved and need to be loved, we need to be respected the way we need to be respected, the way we want to be respected, so forth and so on. It's not a hard thing. The golden rule, do unto others as you want them to do to you. It's as simple as that. So, if you want to get behind that wall and really be able to feel and know what it feels like to be loved by a man, respect them. But you already know what it is. It's about that time. We got to get ready for the Coffee and Cream morning show. Hey, I need everybody under the sound of my voice, everybody that's watching on Facebook right now, to go like, follow, and share the Frequency CO. The Frequency CO. Put them notifications up so that you know when we coming. All right? If you haven't already, Can I Be the Man? A Letter from Us to You. It is out all over the place. The audio book is coming. We're finishing up the last few parts. It'll be out in the next couple of weeks. I don't care if you did get the book. You're not going to want to miss the audio book, people. I'm telling you, it's on. All right? But we got to go. The King has spoken. We out.